All right, story number two. Story number two. We have another update on the Billboard Hot 100, brand new Billboard Hot 100 update. Drake, as we know, he released 2 new songs to streaming over the past 2 weeks. 2 new songs to streaming over the past 2 weeks. He released No Face, the song that used to have Playboi Carti on it, but he had to take Playboi Carti off because Playboi Carti was signed to A$AP Rocky, and A$AP Rocky called Drake a boy in the Billboard cover story that same week. Also, Playboi Carti, you know, he made an album called Whole Lotta Red. So I think that's self-explanatory. But he released No Face, and he also released Circadian Rhythm, which is another shot at Kendrick. Another shot at Kendrick that academic seems to forget when they keep saying that round 2 now doesn't include lyrics, even though Drake keeps dropping subs on all these new joints. Nevertheless, I thought that No Face seemed to be the strongest of the 2. I mean, it's actually a 3-pack because it had Super Soak, which was changed to SOD, that was on the album. I did a full breakdown on this, like a classic episode of It's All Happening, a classic Justin Hunte breakdown on this channel. I'll put a link to it. Check it out if you missed it. It covers all of this stuff. But I thought No Face was, had the most potential. I really did. Those 2 tracks debuted on the charts in a less than impressive fashion. So let's check out where Drake is on the charts this week. Circadian Rhythm debuts at number 69. 69 for Circadian Rhythm. 69. 69. People aren't streaming Drake. They're just not. And No Face comes in at 60. So No Face is his highest charting position this week. I think he needs to work a song, market a song. Whatever's happening with this Finsta account, with these Finsta drops, they're not connecting with an audience. No Face is at 60, Circadian Rhythm, 69. It's Up has dropped to 74. 74. So that means Housekeeping Nose fell off the charts. That means red, green, blue, blue, green, red. That fell off the charts. The Camila Cabello joints, they've been off the charts. The Gordo Nose joints never made it to the charts. SOD, he hasn't released SOD as a song yet. And It's Up, where he ran to Atlanta, sitting at number 4. Oh, excuse me, 74. 4 weeks on the chart. So it's gone from 28 to 74. As of today, that's the best, highest performing track from the Finsta drops. So these aren't necessarily working out all that great for Drake. And then You My Everything is up to number 88. Last week, I believe it was at 93. So it's up now to number 88, which is good. But there are bigger issues happening on the charts. Bigger issues happening on the charts. Shout out to Shabuzi, still number 1. You don't get a rap song until Not Like Us, which is at number 10. At number 10. It dropped 1 position since last week. Then you don't get another rap joint on the charts again until Like That at 27. At 27. So there's only 2 rap joints in the top 30. In the top 30. Okay, then you move on, Big Dogs, Humankind. I love that joint, actually. I love that song, Humankind. I reached out to their team for an interview. I'd love to talk to him. He's got a really interesting story. That Big Dogs joint is dope. You got Humankind at 31. You got Glorilla TGIF, 35. You got Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion Wannabe at 38. Eminem Houdini at 44. Megan Thee Stallion featuring Yuki Chiba, Mamushi at 52. One of One, Gunna, 53. Whiskey Whiskey, Moneybagg Yo featuring Morgan Wallen, 55. Drake and No Face at 60. The Kid Leroy, Nights Like This. think of that more as a rap song than a hip hop song, but it's rap. The Kid Leroy, 64. Central C and Lil Baby, 71. It's Up, 74. A$AP Rocky, Taylor Swift at 84. Now, this is A$AP Rocky's only track on the charts right now. He released Hijack a couple of weeks ago, so that's eligible for the charts. That fell off pretty quickly. And Taylor Swift, his first week, released a fire video for it. He has an album on the way, and that track is sitting at 84. 84. Okay, A$AP Rocky is not firing he's not firing on all cylinders out the gate so far in terms of chart performance, right? But 84, A$AP Rocky, You My Everything, Sexy Red and Drake. Prove It, 21 Savage and Summer Walker at number 97. Parking Lot, Mustard and Travis Scott, that's a re-entry, that came back in, that's 98. And Sorry Not Sorry, Lil Yachty and V's is number 99. So it's sparse. There's not a lot of rap tracks in general that are doing numbers on the Billboard Hot 100. On the Billboard Hot 100. It's Drake, it's Future, it's Kendrick, it's Glorilla, it's Megan Thee Stallion. Essentially. 21 Savage is on there twice too. So there is more going on the charts than just Drake underperforming, right? And perhaps this is what it is. Brian Zook from Audio Mac, he posted this on Twitter, and I think this is a real thing. This is a real situation. Hip hop is being deprioritized by major labels. We've seen layoffs of black execs, and there are fewer people in key roles who understand how to market the music. Artists considering a deal, make sure you're partnering with a team that understands and can execute your vision. Hip hop is being deprioritized. I believe so too. You know, there's the music industry there's always a lot of turnover in the music industry, generally speaking. If not at the top, then there's, with key levels at the lower levels of the business. This industry of cool is one of the most thankless industries I've ever worked in. I've seen people in my record label experiences, there's always people who are, working to get shout outs, essentially working for shout outs. Cause so much of the job security rests on how many people are talking about you, so it's a wild and wacky business in general, but hip hop is being deprioritized. And I think we're starting to see some of that in the chart performance. I mean, a lot of Billboard numbers are based on how much money you're going to spend on radio. How much money you're going to spend on radio. If it takes $1 million at least to get into the top 10, top 20, top 10. You know what I mean? And so we're not seeing a lot of budgets going towards radio and hip hop right now, or at least having success on radio and hip hop right now. We talked about when we talked about the the Travis Scott versus Drake. The Travis Scott versus Sabrina Carpenter battle the other week. Travis Scott, Future, Kendrick Lamar, and Eminem are the only guys who can really move the needle. And it's spreading over to the Billboard 200. If you take a look at the Billboard 200, you don't get a rap album on the Billboard 200 until Big Sean at number 25. We Don't Trust You, Future and Metro Boomin, which is still at number 23, so it's been rocking all year. And after that, you don't get one until Big Sean at number 25. Big Sean had his lowest debut of his career. He debuted at 25. He did 22,000, 24,000, I believe. And they put a lot of resources into this Big Sean album. I mean, Big Sean, he dropped a freestyle pretty much the day like that dropped, so he kind of got drowned out. He was on Toby on Eminem's album. That got a video. He did the On the Radar freestyle. He released 2 to 3 videos. He had a big album release party. He did a long sit-down interview with Charlemagne the God. it's just very difficult for anything to cut through the noise. There's literally one story in hip hop this year that is dominating, and it's back and forth between Drake and Kendrick, and it's sucking a lot of oxygen out of the rest of the industry. That's a separate topic from hip hop is being deprioritized. But all isn't good from a chart perspective when it comes to hip hop. Now, a lot of you guys in the audience, you guys remind me all the time about how charts really don't matter, awards really don't matter, and I tend to agree. Now, from a personal standpoint, I tend to agree. But if I'm an artist, if I'm someone who put my heart and soul into crafting something extraordinary and want to market it to people, I would love to have the organizations that I partner with to have my back and be able to support and push that product. We're in the middle of a broader shift in the music industry, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see how the year finishes. Travis Scott, for example, almost had number one last week with a 10-year-old mixtape. Let's see where he is this week. $30. He went from number 2 to 30 this week. Number 2 to 30. So all of that was a heavy push in the beginning to get him a number one, and everything just fell off a cliff the next week. We're seeing a lot of changes in the charts in the music industry, and particularly in the rap genre. And so we'll see how this goes going forward. I think there's a lot of great music that's out there, but the music industry, particularly the rap genre, as Reggie Williams told me in January, when I wanted to say some crazy, give Vulture some undeserved crazy accolades, I was out of my mind. When I wanted to do that, I'm glad I didn't do that. Like Reggie Williams told me, the music industry is in an anemic state. Let me know what you guys think about this. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @TheCompanyMan on everything. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views, it's radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.